Hi, everyone. My name is Dario Priolo, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Profiles International. And I'd like to take the next 5 minutes to walk you through a recent white paper that we published called How to Avoid the 7 Biggest Team Building Blunders. Some of you may have already downloaded this paper. For those of you who haven't, you can get it at www.profilesinternational.com. But what I'll do here is give you some of the highlights, so whether or not you've had time to read it, you can benefit from the findings right away. So here's what we found. Profiles International, we are an employee assessment company, and we assess millions and millions of employees every year. We work with thousands of organizations. Some organizations use our assessments to help them select teams. We're able to go into those organizations, we assess the individuals, and then what we can do is look at different combinations of behaviors to see what organizations and what people are compatible given the task at hand for the team. So it's a great way to help select teams and also to help manage teams, because when you know more about the individuals on those teams and how they'll work together, you get a good sense of the type of chemistry and the types of things that you really need to be aware of, especially as a team leader, as it relates to the dynamic between individuals on your team. So assessments are great tools to help select teams and to help manage teams. Through the work that we've done, we have gathered reams and reams of data and 20 years really of insights into what makes effective teams. So what we did, we digest these into these top 7 factors that we believe are really the most significant ones. So those are failure to build support for the team at the right level, with the right people, failure to establish conditions for team effectiveness, failure to establish a meaningful performance goal, the absence of a decision-making process, failure to establish appropriate norms, weak communication channels, and insensitive to diversity. Okay, so those are the top 7. And what we'll do in this PDF report for when you download it is elaborate on each of them. We'll put some additional color around it, and we'll also give you some really good takeaways, some good action items to avoid this team building blunder. So the first one here, failure to build support for the team at the right people with the right levels. It's really about getting buy-in, because when you think about a team, a lot of times that team is brought together to, for a temporary purpose, to maybe execute on an important project or something like that. So it's very important that you have the buy-in from the team members' managers, because that work on the team may take away from that individual's day-to-day job. And not having that support will undermine that individual's and that team's performance. Second, failure to establish conditions for team effectiveness. Again, it's really about making sure you've got the right skills and experience, but also the chemistry and the motives. And that's a great application of assessments. That's really our sweet spot here. So helping team leaders understand how they are going to manage and work with team members, and how those team members are going to work with each other, and being able to identify potential pitfalls proactively, and being able to take the right actions to overcome those challenges before they become challenges. So really, really good application of assessments here to establish the conditions for team effectiveness. Establish meaningful performance goals. So it's really about understanding what that team needs to accomplish and making sure all of the team members are bought into that. Because you can only imagine that if leadership is weak and if the goal is not established, you could have all sorts of people going in their own direction, and that's going to undermine productivity and effectiveness. The absence of a decision-making process, again, very, very important, especially when you have teams that are brought together on a temporary basis or maybe are working more informally, needing a way to break ties and to do the right thing, to establish the goals and to achieve the goals. Failure to establish appropriate norms. Again, this happens a lot when you have cross-functional teams or multinational teams. Different people have different ways of different customs, different ways of behaving, and making sure that everybody can work within those types of situations. Okay, so establishing the norm. Weak communication channels. Again, so much communication is important for team effectiveness. And insensitive to diversity. And this is especially true with multinational teams and working across borders. So in a nutshell, we highly encourage you to download this report, some great findings, and please download it at www.profilesinternational.com, and all the best of success. Thank you very much.